Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 3. If you want to see my reaction videos about the two first episodes of the Season 3 or about, the Season 1, the Season 2, go check the playlist that I made for The Mandalorian, just in case, I'm gonna put the link just right there. I'm glad to be there, to watch a new episode of The Mandalorian, but I have to be honest, I don't know what it's gonna be like. I'm really like, okay, so now what? What happened during the last episode, the episode 2, I thought that it would be something that they would make, that they would build and all for at least the first half of the season. I really thought that redemption narrative arc, about Mando, about the fact that he wants that redemption, about the fact that he's focused on that. Like, truly, now, this show is about the Mandalorian. It's not about Grogu anymore. Grogu, you had the two first seasons. We really spent time with you, thinking about you, about making you a Jedi or not, all of that. Everything was about you, protecting you and all. Now, it's only about Mando. It's about having his redemption. It's about the fact that is he gonna accept his fate or not, the fate that Bo Katan wanted. And I thought that we would have also a narrative arc about Bo Katan, the fact that she wanted that fate, the fact that she can't have it, maybe she's mad about it and all. Turned out that during the last episode she became one of their allies. Like, really, truly, it's not just she helped them, she saved them during that moment. It's also the fact that they talked a lot with Mando and also with Grogu, and she shared a lot of information about her life, and we understood, through what she was saying, that she was also changing her mind a little, and they had a moment, of complicity. She saved him twice, and also that moment, into the lake. It's not that, but that moment with the big creatures, the Minotaur and all. It was also a moment like seeing Mando doing that, going into that water and all. She was like, okay, that's what, having the face means, he has the face, it's a big moment for him. She saw that, and in a way we saw that she admired that, for him. Like, even if she doesn't share that face, she was admiring it. And once she saw, the creature, she was really like, okay, so it exists, so everything was true. So something can change also into her mind about that face, that religion and all. And yes, she spent this episode with them, so maybe it's gonna change also. I was saying that redemption arc, going to Mandalore, discovering Mandalore, going into that water, the thing with Bo Katan, for me, it was something, that we would have for the entire first part of the season, at least. Turned out, that they already went on it, they already noticed, that it was not poisoned, they already discovered the mines, they already did the thing, into the water. So for me, during this episode, they're gonna get out of Mandalore if it's not already done, at the beginning of this episode. So now, what is gonna happen right now, I really don't know, because for me, I said it, the situation with Grogu, we resolved it. It doesn't mean that we're not gonna have stuff about it in the future, but it means that the big part of it, we resolved it. So for me, the thing now is really about Mando, about him, the saber, accepting his fate, now that he knows the truth about his planet, what he's gonna do about it, about that information. His people, the first scene of the first episode of this season 3, it was about his people. So are they gonna accept him back? What is gonna happen about that? Like, really, for me, this season is gonna be about Mando not just thinking about himself and Grogu living their lives, going on adventures and all, but really accepting the fact that he has a responsibility, he has a role to play, you know, for his people, and a big one to accept his fate. Really, for me, this season is gonna be about Mando accepting his fate. But because of the fact that I didn't think that this season would be built like that things would happen, you know, so quickly, I really don't know what this season is gonna be about now, because the steps, you know, for that, I don't know. I really don't know. I think that it's gonna be a lot about his people convincing him, maybe his people being in danger, so Mando being there to help them, and because of that accepting his fate. But I don't know how it can happen, you know, what can be that danger and all, like, I really don't know. So that's why, you know, I'm really excited to discover this new episode of The Mandalorian. I love these characters, I love this universe, I love everything about this show. I know the quality, you know, of this show, so I'm really glad, but at the same time I'm like, you know, blank page about what I'm gonna see right now. It's really a blank page for me. We'll see. I'm saying that I love this universe. Quick reminder, I'm not an hardcore fan of Star Wars. It's a quick reminder, a warning that I put in each introduction just in case. I'm an enthusiast fan of Star Wars, meaning that I watched all of the movies, all of the shows except for Clone Wars, and I love them. I love this universe. I remember a lot of things, but not everything, not every little details. So just in case, that's it, you have that quick reminder. And also, I just said, you know, I love all Star Wars shows. You know what I think about Boba Fett, but except for Boba Fett, you know, Obi-Wan, Andor, all of that, I love them for sure. But you know, I just saw some days ago, one Star Wars show, I can't remember which one, had a price for the sound mixing, you know, of the show. And really, if all of the Star Wars shows, they have one default in common, it's about the sound and the mixing of the sound. You saw me, you know, complaining a lot about the fact that I have to play with my remote control because sometimes it's too low, sometimes it's too low, sometimes it's too high. So really to see that they won a prize for that. And again, it's not an issue with my television, it's a modern television, no issues with that. I have no issues with any other show, any other movie, with my TV also when it's just playing, you know, the TV, the television things. I really have no issue with that. It's only with Star Wars shows in particular that I have that issue. So clearly I lost a little, you know, when I read that. Really, it was during my morning coffee, I read that, I was like, what? Are you sure? Did I read that right? Like, really? That was just a funny info, you know, to put into this intro. I think that it was for Obi-Wan Kenobi. It was a price, I mean. Okay, let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can have these episodes of The Mandalorian one day sooner with an extended reaction part, and it's the best way to support me. During these last weeks, you know, YouTube and me, we are not so friends, you know, so if you want to support me, if you can, come on my Patreon, even if it's just for 1 month, it can be appreciated. And if you can't, you can support me right now on YouTube by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, all of that. Let's go for this episode, and I really don't know what it's gonna be about. Oh, the sun! Can you see that? The sun coming. Let's go for this episode. It's a long episode. It's a little weird. You know, for The Mandalorian to make long episodes like that. Something big is gonna happen. And I really don't know what.
I am redeemed. I witnessed it. Can we leave now?
You need your people to approve that also.
You see anything down there?
I saw the chasm passing me as I fell.
You put back your
Have you seen
helmet.
anything alive?
Alive? Like what?
Bo Katan.
Nothing.
You know, she saw that creature when she didn't believe into it. She went into the water. And now she has the helmet on.
Where'd they come from?
I scared off a lot of Imperial warlords.
And then they get mad and hijack their ships.
Now you tell me. Are you still up for the transfer?
I don't see any other choice.
No! He's gonna get me each time, baby. That plan?
One down, one more to go.
On it.
Where are we going, you know, with this relationship? I really don't know.
Not bad for an antique.
You take any damage?
Just shields. You?
Not a scratch.
Nice shooting.
A compliment?
Hang on. I'm seeing something on the scope.
You're Cassan. Oh, it was a trap!
Nothing much found my home.
It's more, you know, than just a little revenge for what she did.
Oh, God. There's too many of them. We've got to get out of here.
I'm wondering, you know, why?
That's a lot of ships for an Imperial warlord.
Yes, it's too much.
Where?
Someplace they won't find us.
You're gonna take her to your safe place? Ha! Yes, I'm gonna be like that. I don't think that they can have a romance, but I can play with that idea for a long time.
Sadly, my research was twisted into something cruel and inhumane at the behest of a desperate individual. But despite the shameful work of my past, I now hope to help the new Republic in whatever way I can. Though that work is now behind me and I regret what I did. When I was young, I lost my mother.
Did he receive an order? Like that thing?
Had simple organ cloning been available on my home world, her death would have been easily preventable. What my work explored was the hopes of combining multiple strands to create replicas that incorporated the best genetic attributes of both donors.
I have the impression that it's gonna be bad for us at some point. Why? More than just the moral, philosophical aspect.
I was just transferred from the Reintegration Institute.
Welcome to Amnesty Housing. This
It's a
is
second
T27,
chance place.
M40, G68.
I didn't expect to see anyone from Moff Gideon's ship here.
I heard you escaped en route to the War Tribune. No, that was just a cover story. I heard they hooked him up to a mind flayer.
He escaped! Okay, which one of you is still working for him?
There are more of us here than I expected.
Yeah, that surprised me first too.
It's great.
It's not how the Empire would have handled it.
No, it is
They
not.
would have killed you all.
I do miss the lights of hyperspace.
What do you miss, L52?
No, I'm glad that the Empire is...
No, not like that. Of course, good riddance. I mean, more like the everyday stuff, like the food.
Maybe those yellow travel biscuits were actually nice.
Oh, that brings back memories.
Gotta say though, I like the red ones.
Oh, crazy. Travel biscuits? Well, what's wrong with them? I'm just saying, if I never see another ration pack in my life...
I like this scene, you know, to show that they are just humans, you know, who miss their old lives. Not what they did, but just stuff about their lives. Checking yourself? Something...
Travel biscuits.
Yep.
I'm happy to do whatever is asked of me. But, you know... Oh,
You're working. You seem to appreciate your new life. We'll see if it's true or not.
All these people working together to make something better makes me feel rather insignificant.
I don't know about that. It makes me feel special. Knowing everything I had to overcome to get back here. It did feel different though.
That thing you know about feeling insignificant? Did you love when you had powers?
All of my research going unfinished. We were close to making some incredible breakthroughs. In the right hands, our discoveries could have helped a lot of people.
Why not continue your research here?
It doesn't have access.
I don't think it's something the New Republic would be interested in.
Following orders blindly is how we got in trouble in the first place. Sometimes you have to trust your gut.
Okay, you want to tempt him with that. I said it's gonna be bad, all of that genetic thing, and not because of ethic, moral reasons, not only that, but something bad is gonna
What is that?
Do you still find your current housing situation comfortable?
Yes.
Are you able to maintain...
It's a human resource
Yes.
meeting?
Have you experienced any feelings of anger or resentment towards the New Republic government or its representatives?
No. If I were to pursue my own research recreationally, would that be allowed?
That class of research is expressly prohibited by the Core Accords, Section 13, subparagraph 7. My apologies.
The fact that he's not in front of someone human, you know, someone he can convince or anything like that.
Amnesty program. Have a nice day.
It simplifies the impression that he doesn't have the choice, no one is listening to him, no one cares about him, he's insignificant. It's to reinforce that impression. She's waiting for you!
My research. I've been thinking about it. In the hands of the New Republic, it can actually be used for good. I just need to prove it.
Sounds like you want to continue it.
I mean, how?
Well, what do you need? You want to help the New Republic. They just can't see it yet.
But you can see it, and you have friends.
We can get you a mobile lab station.
Oui?
But it would require going outside our designated perimeter.
To go against the law?
I can't do that. If they found out, we'd both be sent back to the Reintegration Institute.
But if your research really is as important as you say, I'll take that risk.
I don't think that it's only our good art, you know.
It's too dangerous.
But maybe it's the Empire, you know, who is behind that, or maybe just someone who has a lot of money who is employing her.
This equipment I'm archiving, it's all coded to be destroyed.
Looks like it.
It's also perfectly good.
It's Imperial technology.
Yes, but it can still be put to good use.
They don't want you to have an opinion or
I've never seen someone from the Amnesty program.
to be independent, you know.
Check if that's even possible.
Just a
Fine,
bit.
forget I asked.
I'm sorry, L52. I know it's not easy, but I assure you, this is truly helping the New Republic.
Are you experiencing any undue stress due to work or personal matters?
No.
Have you experienced any feelings of anger or resentment towards the New Republic government or its representatives? Apologies if you didn't hear me.
Ah, that's another thing. Okay.
Of anger or resentment?
No. Our main objective is to help the Republic.
Someone human would have noticed that, you
And
know.
that supersedes everything else.
It does. Thank you for continuing to be an important part of the Amnesty program. Have a nice day.